Hey basketball fans, welcome to San Antonio, the host city for this year's Final Four tournament. You know, the Final Four where they decide who gets to play for the championship? Yeah, that Final Four. While you're here, you're gonna be looking for some fun things to do, right? Well, you're in luck because San Antonio is awesome. This city's got it all: history, culture, and more importantly, food. And listen, I'm not just talking about your average hot dogs and nachos here, folks. We're talking real food. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm about to take you on a whirlwind tour of the top attractions and events that'll make your Final Four trip unforgettable. Get ready to party San Antonio style. First things first, you gotta hit the Final Four Fan Fest. This place is like Disneyland for basketball fanatics. And let's be honest, if you're watching the Final Four, you're a fanatic. You'll find it jam-packed with interactive games, basketball clinics, and enough merchandise to outfit a small country. You might even bump into a retired NBA legend or two, which would be way cooler than meeting me, let's be honest. I hear Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's been spotted there, but maybe that was just a tall guy with goggles. And hey, speaking of legends, you know who else is a legend? William Shatner. That guy loves a good convention. I bet if you asked him nicely, he'd even record a special message for your voicemail. The Final Four, its finality, is boldly going where no tournament has gone before. See, I do Shatner, but seriously folks, the Final Four Fan Fest is a guaranteed good time, and who knows, you might even win yourself some sweet prizes while you're at it. Just try not to spend all your money on foam fingers and oversized hats. You're gonna need some cash for those ridiculously priced nachos they sell at the games. Alright, history buffs, time for a little lesson. You can't come to San Antonio and not pay a visit to the Alamo. This place is more than just a building, it's a symbol of Texan courage and independence. You'll feel like you've stepped back in time as you walk through the old mission, picturing those brave Texans fighting for their freedom. Just try not to trip and fall into the gift shop. But hey, all that history can make a person hungry, right? Don't worry, I got you. Right near the Alamo, you'll find some of the best Tex-Mex food this side of the Rio Grande. We're talking sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, and enough guacamole to fill the Grand Canyon. And let's not forget the margaritas. Just remember, pace yourself. You don't want to miss the games because you're in a food coma. Speaking of games, you know what would be a great game to play after a big Tex-Mex meal? Hide and seek. I bet you could hide in that Alamo for hours. They'd never find you. Next up, we're heading to the San Antonio River Walk. Now, this isn't your average stroll through the park, folks. Imagine a Venice-like atmosphere. But instead of gondolas, you've got river taxis with questionable safety records. And instead of Italian being spoken, you'll hear a beautiful symphony of Texan drawls and basketball trash talk. It's an experience you won't soon forget. But be warned, finding the Riverwalk can be a bit tricky. They built the darn thing below street level, so you might feel like you're on a treasure hunt. Just look for the crowds and follow the sound of mariachi music. Or you could always ask a local. Just try not to get sidetracked by the endless shops and restaurants along the way. You might miss tip-off. Speaking of tips, here's one for you. If you happen to see a guy dressed as Davy Crockett offering river tours, just keep walking. Trust me on this one. Now, let's say you want to class things up a bit. You've had your fill of basketball and Tex-Mex and you're ready for a night of culture. Well, look no further than the Majestic Theatre. This place is fancier than a pair of Shaq's size 22 dress shoes. We're talking chandeliers, velvet seats, and enough gold leaf to make King Midas jealous. They've got Broadway shows, concerts, stand-up comedy, you name it, they've got it. But listen, this ain't your local multiplex, alright? You gotta dress to impress at the Majestic. Leave the jerseys and sweatpants at the hotel, folks. We're talking suits and ties, cocktail dresses, maybe even a monocle if you're feeling fancy. Just kidding, nobody wears monocles anymore. Unless you lost your glasses. Then by all means rock that monocle. Just don't blame me when people start mistaking you for an eccentric millionaire. Okay, I know we already covered Tex-Mex, but listen, you can never have too much of a good thing, right? And in San Antonio, Tex-Mex is practically a religion. But here's the thing, San Antonio's food scene is so much more than just tacos and tequila. You've got barbecue joints that'll make your mouth water from a mile away, seafood restaurants serving up fresh catches from the Gulf, and enough food trucks to feed an army. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not try some authentic street tacos? You'll find them on pretty much every corner and they're about as authentic as it gets. Just make sure you've got a strong stomach. Those things can be spicy. But hey, if all else fails, there's always pizza. Everybody loves pizza, except for aliens. I'm pretty sure aliens don't eat pizza. There you have it, folks. Make sure to hit these spots and enjoy everything San Antonio has to offer during the Final Four. From the electric atmosphere of the Fan Fest to the historic charm of the Alamo, San Antonio's got something for everyone. And hey, if you happen to see a tall guy with a microphone and a terrible sense of direction wandering around, come say hi, it might be me. But seriously, have a blast, cheer on your team, and don't forget to try the local cuisine. And if you're feeling really adventurous, try ordering your food in Spanish. Just maybe brush up on your pronunciation first. You don't want to accidentally order a side of lawnmower with your enchiladas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow basketball fans. See you at the games.